Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weisheidt, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us, however you may be joining us. And you know I love to bring you things that are happening in our community that really will make your day. I love talking about some of the events and some of the things that people do that I can't do. So frankly, some of those people who love music, always wanted to play music, but maybe didn't think you had an opportunity, we're going to talk about some possibilities for you. As we welcome to the program, Miss Johanna Pellegrin-Shamil. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Sitting next to her, Miss Linda Pellegrin-Porsche, also a board member. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, ma'am. And of course, they're with the South Louisiana Community Orchestra. And so just in listening a little bit, it started in 2003. And so tell us a little bit about that beginning, if you don't mind, Miss Linda.
Well, the first that I remember, I was taking violin lessons from Bonnie Lee.
Okay.
And we began discussing. She started to tell me how she was thinking about starting an orchestra, and even talked about, needed some funding, to start things with. And I remember right then, I said, well, how much do you need or to start with? And I remember writing a check for her right then. And after that, she took off from, with it from there.
Yeah.
And began organizing it. And, so that was the beginning.
And
You wrote a check?
I wrote a check.
she wrote a check. How you like that? She just wrote a check.
Awesome.
And things
Well,
kind of
it's
started.
the beginning.
And so look,
You're
sometimes
such a
even-
believer.
Yeah, well, when you believe in something, right?
Mm-hmm.
We find a way to invest in it. You guys get to invest practicing in music and doing this
Mm-hmm.
concert. But when we really kind of put some money up, it says that we really believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was 2003. So 21 years ago is kind of how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Johanna, tell us a little bit about how that started for you.
I guess more or less like a whim, if you think about it.
Right.
Linda had been taking violin because my daughter Katrina actually stuck with it, with the program, and had done pretty well with it. So I was still working in public health. No, I just retired, I think.
Okay.
And I decided, on a whim, I just said, gee, maybe I'll start taking cello lessons.
Oh, my.
Anyhow, that's kind of more or less like how I started.
Right.
And it was like the very day we had to evacuate for Hurricane Katrina that I was just beginning my lesson. So that's why I can remember it so clearly.
Right.
It was on that date. And kind of have been with it ever since. And it's more or less like you said, it's really an opportunity to, like, I've really come to really enjoy it, and an opportunity to give back to the community. Something that we really enjoy doing. And we're the only ones in the whole, I guess you could say, St. Mary, Lafourche, and Terrebonne area who have what we call a full orchestra,
Right.
where we incorporate non-string people into our concerts.
Oh, very nice. Okay. And so this orchestra is rather unique.
Yes,
Right?
it is.
Yes. It started as just strings only.
Right.
But
as a lot of orchestras do, right? Strings only. But now
Yeah.
y'all are strings as well as.
Yes, we invite non-string
We
players
started
to play with us.
having a few people join us, and the next thing you know, more and more people really got concerned and interested. And like you said, it's because I think it has that feature that we're the only ones who can give a full orchestra experience.
Right. And it's so very unique because, we hear this music all the time. It's a part of most people's everyday life, whether
Right.
they know it or not, be it through different media venues. You hear it on the radio. You certainly hear and see it on TV and in movies.
Yeah.
But when we have this opportunity to maybe come close and personal with an orchestra like yourselves,
Yeah.
a full orchestra, that's unique to have.
I know.
Houma is so very happy to be able to have that. Tell me some of the joy that you can think about over the years being a part
Well,
of
basically,
this,
we offer 4 concerts a year.
right?
And
Every quarter, right?
Yes. And the first one is we introduce with our spring classical. Then we have what we call our summer jazz.
Okay.
Then we have our fall patriotic.
Right.
Then we have our Winter Christmas.
Winter Christmas. I always get a chance to announce the Winter Christmas, it seems like, which is always so very neat to me. And those are some really special
Well,
concerts.
it's a big drawing card because we usually have a choir that accompanies us for that one.
Right.
So it brings in an extra group component of people.
Right.
And they get exposed to it that way.
So, Miss Linda, how about you? Some of the joy that it's brought you over the years, and knowing that you've kind of been the catalyst, not only giving your time, giving your musical ability and capability, but putting the money up to help. We know we can't do these things without money, right?
Well, it was just a start. It was just a startup. But
And now other people can follow your lead to contribute and help, right?
Yes. Oh, what I enjoy about it so much is my career, before I retired was in nursing. And, which I enjoyed very much, in giving to the community. But this music, it's just a fun thing to do. It's like now I can just enjoy my retirement, just enjoy the music. It's like you're in the present moment when you're playing. And the joy of being with the orchestra is that you're just a little small part of it, but it's everyone else coming together, and it's the everyone contributing that makes this beautiful sound. It's not like it's all these little soloists. It's the orchestra that comes together for this beautiful sound, and it's just a fantastic experience to know that you've been a part of that. You know?
The sum is greater than its parts,
Exactly.
right?
That's exactly right.
It reminds me of a Neil Diamond song, Beautiful Noise. And, And this isn't noise at all, but it's such a beautiful sound that people can really embrace. And the fact that you do 4 of these a year, and of course we have both the secretary and board member and the board president here of the South Louisiana Community Orchestra. The one for the spring is coming up.
Yes.
And it is a wonderful idea. It's called Dancing Through the Classics. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about what people can experience and how they can do that. So thank y'all for staying with us. We appreciate it. So we're going to take a short break, and we want you to do that with us. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. I am very glad to have with me 2 musicians who have made a difference in our community with the South Louisiana Community Orchestra. Ms. Johanna Pellegrin-Schmiel, thank you and welcome back.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Linda Pellegrin-Porsche, thank you again and welcome back.
Thank you, Keith.
And it's wonderful that you've been able to give your time. You've been able to give time to the community as a nurse, and now giving your time to the community as you have invested in, and you have also made sure that we are knowing what we're doing about helping this orchestra really become the best that it can be. One of the things that people can do is they can spend their time here with us as we are going to celebrate this spring event coming up, but people can also be part of Friends of the Orchestra. Tell us a little bit about that and what that is, please, if you don't mind.
Well, we just decided that people more and more, we want to sort of expand it out into the community. And so we decided that would be a good way to have an organization that would address that kind of membership. And on each of the program, inside every program that we publish, there is a sheet where people can decide what kind of what level of membership that they would like to have.
Right. Gotcha. Very good. So people can donate and they can do some of those things.
Right.
Yeah. But as we promised, and I appreciate that, I'll put a little tease up there for you. We want to let you know about the spring event. So you can come out and join us. It is called Dancing Through the Classics. It's going to take place on Sunday, April the 21st at 3 p.m. It's going to take place at St. Matthew's Episcopal Church at 243 Barrow Street in Houma. What a wonderful option for people coming in. Adults, it's only $10. Children 12 and under, $5. And it is the 2024 Spring Classics Concert. And it's going to be conducted by Dr. John St. Mark, correct?
St. Marie.
St. Marie, very good. That's an I, Keith. Dr. John St. Marie, very good. And that's one of those things that we're excited about. Thank you, Jolie, that Dr. St. Marie is doing that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So much of that is important when it comes to music.
But that whole Nichols connection is so important to us, too.
Right. And we've got people from all over coming, and most everything's voluntary. Is that right, Ms. Linda?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so there are very few people that are paid. Of course, we pay the conductor,
Yes.
right? And then there's some other scholarships that are done, which is wonderful. But this is one of the fundraisers. But interestingly enough, $10 and $5 is about people's enjoyment. They get to pay very little to really come and enjoy a concert by a full orchestra.
They actually get a good deal by getting the membership because it has sort of a discount advantage to it. Once they do that.
So Friends of the Orchestra is another option for people.
Right.
If somebody was interested in that, who could they reach out to, Miss Johanna?
Well, either me or Linda.
Okay. Let's give that phone number that they can reach you at. Is there a place where they can call?
Actually, it'd probably be better to do it with email.
With email? Okay. That's a way to reach out to you guys. Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. And they can probably find that on the website, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can also find more information out about that at South Louisiana Community Orchestra, right? They just type that in, it'll come up. And again, it's rather unique in our area that it's the only full orchestra to do that.
Yes.
Let's talk about the music that's going to take place. I don't want to give anything away, right? But it's dancing through the classics. What's some of the things we can expect at that concert?
So we're going to be doing a variety of things like Posse Dobles and show themes from like Romeo and Juliet, Firebird Suite, Capriccio Italian, some with Spanish rhythms like Espani Cani and El Relicario,
Okay.
and Poem for the Orchestra and Cante Partito.
All right, you said a lot of things I don't understand, and that's exciting because you know what? You don't have to necessarily know the name of
I
that
know.
music to know it, because I know when Romeo and Juliet comes
Yeah.
up, I know that.
So that's
You
why we do
recognize
that,
it,
is
yeah.
that
Correct.
different people relate to different ones of these themes that we have.
Yeah, very exciting. Go ahead, Miss Linda. Sorry.
Well, I was just emphasizing what Johanna had said. Yeah, that you'll recognize it even if you don't know the name. You'll start hearing the melody. You remember.
Right.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the Christmas music.
Romeo and Juliet, you knew that right away.
That is exactly right. Yeah, and I can imagine it. By the way, it's one of the things that we. The Romeos and Capulets are fighting in the market square. You got your thumbs up on me, sinners. But I know the music that goes behind that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And so it's just one of those things that even as a young man, introduced to that through drama in high school, really starting to learn and appreciate
There you go.
the value of what music and
Right.
especially a full orchestra of music
Oh, yeah.
can do and be. And so it's so very unique. So put that up one more time if you don't mind. I kind of just want to remind everybody where they want to be on Sunday, April 21st at 3 p.m. You can participate in Dancing Through the Classics. The South Louisiana Community Orchestra is presenting its 2024 Spring Classics Concert, conducted by Dr. John St. Marie. And it's going to take place at St. Matthew's Episcopal Church at 243 Barrow Street. Adults are $10. Children are 12 and under are $5. And it's very, very good. I know that you're going to enjoy that very much. And so, again, ladies, we can't thank you enough for coming on to let us know what you do for the community orchestra, what you've done for the community orchestra, and now what y'all are providing with these 4 events each year. So we appreciate it very, very much.
We appreciate you inviting us to do
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank y'all. And again, thank you for the very rich history and culture that you're providing to our community. It's one of a kind. It's a full orchestra, and we're thankful here
Yes.
to have it in our community.
Very much.
All right. So thank y'all so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. And thank you for joining us. And that will do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on HTV.